G'day everyone. Today I'll be showing you or walking you through how to use some of the features of the action memo that was introduced in the Note 3 but now still equivalent in the Note 4, as well as some other Note 4 specific or Note series specific features that include using the S Pen, multi-window, and also the pop-out window. Those are the main three that I think are one of the best features of getting a Note 4 or any Note device really. So the Note 3 and the Note 4, they're pretty good. So right now when you take out the S Pen, it will appear as a error command, and also, well, you can set this in settings, which I'll show you right now. So go over to your settings and then tap on the S Pen settings and then scroll down to detachment options and select air command if not. And if you don't want that happening every time you take out the S Pen, go ahead and select none, or action memo if you want to jump straight into it, but we'll leave it as the air command. Another way to bring up the air command wheel is to hover the S Pen over the display, so you see a little dot hovering around on the screen, then press the button on the side once and it'll bring up the air command. So we have a number of options: action memo, smart select, image clip, and screen write. I will be demoing all of these, so we'll go through a lot of these. Fantastic. So first one is action memo. So you go ahead and tap on this. It'll bring up a nice notepad-ish kind of thing, and you can write whatever you want there. So if, for example, I have a friend called Jenny and she gave me her number, which is great. So I'm going to write her name, Jenny Lamb. Okay, that's not an A. Lamb. And the number is 0462721624. That might look like something weird, but let's see if it recognizes it. It's a bit hard doing it in front of the camera. And you have options to call, save as a contact, email, or sorry, message, email, go on the internet for this, map, and a task. So I'll be demoing all of those as well, so I might have to separate these into parts. So it has gotten 0462721624. So my crappy handwriting, yeah, I thought that was one. Let's start again, okay. So for example, we'll just write Jenny. And the number is 0461721556. So tap this to action button or link to action, it'll select what you've written. And let's try that phone call again. So 0461721556. So it has correctly translated my handwriting to a number. So let's try as a contact. So hit link to action, or link to action, is it? Yeah, link to action, and then tap on the contacts. Now we'll have Jenny there and a number. So if you did write her last name, Jenny Lee, okay, and we link it to action, tap on the contacts again, we have Jenny Lee. So let's try an address or whatever's next, a message. So I haven't actually tried this before, so we'll give it a go. Let's say I want to talk to Vodafone. I think you can just write Vodafone. And hi. Okay, so recipient and message, tap on link to action and then tap on the messages, and it should create, well, probably thought it was actually I'll write in a number instead. So it thought Vodafone Hi was a contact name in fact. So I think it's 1512 hello. Link to action and message. So it is in fact, yeah, still is looking for a recipient instead. So that's pretty cool if you got someone to send a message to, like a number. In fact, that works very well. Let's see what next. Oh, an address, for example. So even a place, even. So I want to go to Sydney. Give me the pen. Sydney NSW. Link to action, and we can select map. We tap on the map, and it should take us to. It didn't read my NS, but that's alright. It's still in Sydney. So there's something called the MW Toolbox Center, which is great. So you can search up locations like that, and also we'll try out the email, I think. So we can, let's send one to inbox@google.com. I think you write it on the new line. Yep, and email. And let's just, without Gmail. And it didn't do the 8. So it's a bit, I think it's just my handwriting though. But if you were to write this quite nice and neatly, it should translate it quite well. And the last thing was the internet page. So I can go to google.com. Let's see if we can read that. And hit this one, browser. Let's just do it through the internet. My internet is pretty slow, but it's worked. So it has gone to Google, which is great. So those are one of the cool things about the action memo. You can also save it to or edit as an S-Note file, so kind of save it to S-Note. So if you want to further expand on it, whatever you please, more options, you can change all that. But we don't need that anymore. So the next thing I'd like to demonstrate is also part of the Air command, is Smart Select. So say you're looking at some new designer clothes, or in this case, I want to take the Google logo. You can just box it in like that. Text will show if icon is shown, select includes text. So if you were to select text on a web page, and it will actually make it into editable text. So I'll hit OK, and you can hit this to collect and save, which goes into your scrapbook. I believe it's up here. So scrapbook. So it's kind of like a scrapbook collector. We won't worry about that right now. Next on the list of Air command is image clip. So I'm not sure if you just tap on it. Okay, so you got to draw, it's kind of like a lasso. I'll draw a nice shape. And it should pick out Google. And this can transform into a circle. Okay, so if you're not very good at drawing straight squares or rectangles, that'll help you. And this kind of selects the outside of it. So you can invert, I think. No, remove it. And you can, these save to your scrapbook anyway. So we won't worry about all this. And on to the last one. On the Note 3, I believe the last one was you could like draw your own kind of window box. But now they've changed that to screen write. So it takes a screenshot of your screen and you can annotate over it through this cabbage. So if you wanted to show something, I don't know why this would be used. Maybe you just want a quick doodle on something on a web page saying, oh, my location, megabucks, right? So that can also be shared via text message and all that. What does that say? Save? No, share. So you can share to a lot of different services. I'm not too sure what PenUp does. I've seen it a couple of times. But now onward to our multi-window. So I'm going to shove this back in. So we won't be needing that. So to start off multi-window, you can either hold the back button and it'll bring up the side pane. Or if you don't like that, you can press the multitasking button or the app switcher button. And you see on the side here, on some applications, you have the kind of double square look. This represents multi-window. So if you tap on the Gmail multi-window, one half will be Gmail and the other half will ask you for another application, not Gmail, of course. So you actually have a variety of apps, including Samsung's own, and of course, most of the Google apps are here as well. So let's just say I want to go on YouTube, for example. Since my internet is horrendously slow, it probably won't load much or anything. And you can now interact with both of them. So if I were to type here, yep, I could be talking about a YouTube video, send it to someone, or I can watch a YouTube video while reading the internet. And this also works very well in landscape mode. Back that, find music faster. So they got a new music streaming thing. And if you want to close one or replace it with the other, make sure it's selected by that blue outline. So in this case, YouTube will be replaced, but I want to replace Gmail. So tap within the app to select it, and then press the little circle in the middle, and you can swap these around, swap sides, or you can like pull it out, move content. I haven't really tried this, but let's just say I want to, can I do that? Maybe here, and I'll move content. Well, I haven't really gotten the hang of this. Wait, it says something down here. Drag and drop a paragraph of text into the other window. So I can drop it maybe into the search. So that works pretty well as well, once you get the hang of it. And the last thing, we'll select this again. You can minimize it. Yeah, so hide it into a little bubble that can be dragged around if you want to do something full screen for the moment. And just tap on that to expand into its smaller window. Now this is pretty cool. I'll show another way to get into this smaller window as well. So you want to expand, you can do that. Make it full screen. So that's about it for multi-window. And now we have our snap out or snap in window. So from our any supported application, I think most of the supported ones are actually ones that are compatible with multi-window as well. So all you have to do is go into one of the corners over here and drag diagonal. You see how it kind of gets into this blue frame? So you can adjust how big you want it or how small. I don't think you can readjust it after you let go. So if you want the smallest, it'll actually stay in the smallest. You can't really make it bigger by dragging the corners. But the only way to make it bigger is to, in fact, it's like Windows. You can drag it up to the very top and it'll snap to half. But if you had nothing running there, if we got rid of the Gmail and we shrank YouTube, now it's on the home screen. If you drag all the way to the top, it just makes it full screen. Otherwise, you can snap it to either the top half, bottom half, left half, or right half, in landscape, of course. And now, that is about it. Oh, that's strange. I thought I had more to talk about, but I guess not. Nothing more with the S Pen or these kind of features or accessibility. Oh, another accessibility thing, before I forget, this is probably the last thing I'll talk about. I think it is in display, and there's a one-handed operation. So there is a reduced screen size, which is, I think that's a pretty cool thing. Like there's a motion we do, like this, where you quickly drag it in, and it reduces to that side you are on, your thumb. So, and you also get the on-screen buttons here. So I can go home like that, and that just makes it full screen. So just little things that Samsung puts into their phones to make it more accessible to people with small hands. I'm still pretty much a child. I got pretty small hand, and it kind of fits alright, in fact. So it's great that Samsung has these things to aid people with while using their phone. So on the left side it works too, but maybe it doesn't work as well with the case on. Has a little border or like a raised edge to it. So yeah, that's about it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please feel free to leave a like down below and subscribe if you'd like to see more. And I'll talk to you guys in the next video.